Hi there, good evening and welcome to Champions Week here at the Online Darts Live League. 12 players battling it out for the 6 places at finals night on Saturday, where the winner will pocket £6,000. And one player is already through. Adam Smith-Neale finished top of the Group A table, which was played on Tuesday and Wednesday. Smith-Neale tied on points with both James Richardson and Dan Reed, but a much better leg difference over both of those players. So Smith-Neale advancing straight to finals night. Richardson and Reed dropping into Group B and will be in action tonight alongside Robert Owen, Mike Warburton and Josh Payne, who finished bottom of that group. They moved into Group C, which got underway earlier today. And Josh Payne and Mike Warburton had much better days than they did in Group A. Warburton and Payne both winning 4 out of their 5 matches. In fact, Warby's win over Payne in his last match stopped him making it a clean sweep. Lee Evans in 3rd place. Remember, the top 2 from that group will advance to finals night. Paul Hogan on 4 points, and Andy Hamilton and Richard North with just 1 win apiece have an awful lot of work to do. So in Group B, this is what is coming up this evening. James Richardson taking on Dan Reed in the opening match of the night, followed by Matt Dennant against Robert Owen, and then Kenny against Richardson. Everybody playing each other once until the end of the evening, and then all again tomorrow, the top 3 progressing to finals night. And the first match is Richardson versus Reed. So who will be the boss of Group B? 3 players going through to join Adam Smith-Neale and the 2 successful players from Group C. Richardson and Reed will both feel like they could have had a couple of days off, having amassed a dozen points in Group A, but Smith-Neale's superior leg difference was the difference. And now this pair play again over the next couple of nights, live here on Sporty Stuff TV. In their bids to reach finals night on Saturday and play in the money matches. £6,000 on offer to the winner. There's also a bonus for a 9-dart finish.
First leg, it's James to throw first. Game on.
On Champions Week, and don't forget James Richardson has had 2 9-darters in the live league. It's £1,000 on offer, 500
121
for any 9-darter in Champions Week, but it rolls over. We didn't have one in Phase 1. And Dan Reed's after it already.
140.
Only a ton 40. One win apiece between this pair when they met in Group A on Tuesday and Wednesday. Richardson winning 4-1 in their first meeting of the week. Reed winning 4-2 in their second.
100. 123. 180. James, you require 123.
On a 180 to leave 81 as Reed looks to break in the opening leg.
83. Dan, you require 81.
Double 12.
Game shot.
What a start for Dan Reed.
Dan Reed.
An 11-darter to get the evening's action underway. He comes flying out of the blocks and Reed breaks immediately.
Second leg, it's Dan to throw first.
An 81 checkout. An 11-dart leg. Absolutely sublime
100.
stuff from Dan Reed.
100. 100.
Matched his own best leg in the live league.
60. 135. 100. 98. 100. Daniel requires 68.
To double his lead. Double top.
28.
That was wayward, but he will
James, you require 141.
half expect to return. And he will return.
81. Dan, you require 40.
He goes right after
Game
the
shot
wayward
the second
previous
leg.
visits.
Dan Reed.
And he puts it right, and he doubles his lead. 2-0 now to the man from Reading. And 2 away from a whitewash win.
Third leg, it's James to throw first.
As always, every match, a race to 4 legs. This the first of 10 we'll bring you this evening. Matt Dennant, the scholar, against Stack Attack. Robert Owen coming next. I'm Chris Murphy talking you through all of the action.
100.
3 nights live on Sporty Stuff TV. The conclusion of this group tomorrow, then the all-important finals night on Saturday. If you want to watch the
81.
conclusion of Group C, which features Mike Warburton, Josh Payne, Lee Evans, Richard North, Paul Hogan and the former World Championship finalist Andy Hamilton, then you can do so by joining us at 9:30 AM tomorrow, live
96.
on the online darts YouTube channel.
60. 58. 85. James, you require 170. 86. Dan, you require 156.
Reed could still be in business here because Richardson, by virtue of misfiring into the treble 3, has only left
60.
84, which means it might just be
James, you require 84.
one dart at the bullseye. Scratch that. 2 at double 12.
Game shot on the third leg.
And
James Richardson
gets off the mark for the evening. An 84 finish, halving the lead of Reed.
Fourth leg, it's Dan to throw first. $140. 100. 100. 92. 95. 81. 81. 100. Dan, you require 85.
20 for the bull. Double 5.
75. James, you require 128.
Another. Would have left double 10. Is that in? Asks James Richardson. It wasn't.
88. Dan, you require 10. Game shot on the fourth leg. Dan
That
Reed.
is. And it means that Dan Reed is now just one away from an opening win this evening here on Champions Week. He leads 3-1.
Fifth leg, it's James to throw first. $100. 100. 140. 100. 91. 100. James, you require 170.
Well, no need to go for this, even if he finds the two trebles, but I think he will. He fancies a fish supper.
145.
He can't finish his supper.
$100. James, you require 25.
And he'll have a chip on his shoulder if he doesn't clean up the remainder. Double 4 to do so. Last chance.
21. Dan, you
And
require
now Reed
101.
can clean up the crumbs and complete the win. Double 12 to do so. That's where it started.
77. James, you require 4.
Good standard. Both players averaging around 95. Is the match going to be elongated?
2.
Perhaps
Dan, you
not.
require 24. Game,
Because Dan
shots,
Reed
and the match.
has
Dan
completed
Reed.
victory here against James Richardson in the opening encounter of the evening. A 4-1 success for Reed, who averaged 95, 4 out of 9 on the doubles, and an 81 checkout early in the match completed an 11 dart leg. It is a flying start for Dan Reed, who picks up the first 2 points of the night. Coming next, it's Matt Dennant against Robert Owen, and that will be on the way in about 3 minutes' time. Welcome back. It was Dan the Man in the opening match, a 4-1 win for Reed over Richardson. Now attention turns to Matt Dennant against Stack Attack Robert Owen. Dennant, the scholar, joining the action this week, having qualified for Champions Week as the runner-up in Week 3. Goes up against the runner-up in Week 2, Robert Owen, who has been smashing in the maximums.
First leg, it's Matt to throw first. Game on.
Hit 19 of them in Group A over a couple of days. An average of 0.33 per leg. Just about one every 3 legs for Robert Owen. And
45.
He was one away from equaling the record for the most hits in a 2-day
140.
10 match per player group.
140. 81. 140. 85.
Has never ever beaten Robert Owen in any game of darts. They've met 7 times.
90.
And Robert Owen, the Welshman, has won all 7, including 5 here at the Live League.
24. Matt, you require 86. 45. 121. Matt, you require 41. Game shot on the first leg. Matt Dennant
does go the way of Dennant. A nice 41 finish on double 16, getting Matt off the mark. Owen, though, has the darts in leg 2.
Second leg, it's Robert to throw first. $43.
Slow start for Stack Attack.
59.
Both players have been at different times professional tour card holders.
81. 140. 83.
Owen, of course, a former UK Open semi-finalist.
66.
Complete veteran of the Live League system, has played more games than anybody in this group.
121.
More than twice as many as Matt Dennant. Approaching 300, Robert Owen.
55. 78. 60. Robert, you require 95.
And the double.
Game shot on the second leg.
Excellent finish
from
Robert Owen, using the bottom of the board, treble 19, double 19 to complete the 95 combination. And Owen squares up the match at 1 apiece.
Third leg, it's Matt to throw first. Game on. $97. $59. $100. $81. $58. $43. $180.
Very nice from Matt Dennant, the first of this match to leave 66.
$140. Matt, you require
140 in
66.
response, but it's not enough to leave a checkout. Great dart, double 8, double 4.
58. $60. Matt, you require 8. Game shot on the third leg.
Dennant
Matt Dennant
gets his nose in front again. All holds a throw so far in this one, and if that carries on, Dennant will get his first ever victory against Stack Attack Robert Owen.
Fourth leg, it's Robert to throw first. $123. $140.
Just getting news that James Wade
41.
has won the Premier League night in Manchester this evening, defeating Joe Cullen in the last leg decider to clinch glory.
140.
In Manchester, the machine is the master. In Manchester, the 7th different winner
100.
of a Premier League night. I'm sure some viewers have just joined us, having watched the Premier League. You've only missed
100.
one match if you have. Dan Reed beating James Richardson 4-1 with a classy display in which he averaged 95.
190.
Here every leg with a throw so far, as Owen levels up the maximum tally in the match. And looks likely
57.
to level the match.
Robert, you require 57. Game shot on the fourth leg.
And that's exactly what he
Robert
does.
Owen.
So the holds carry on, and Owen squares up the tie at 2-2. 17 and tops. And he's 2 out of 2 on the doubles
Fifth
as
leg,
well.
It's Matt to throw first. Game on. $140. $140. $134. $41. $180.
We're speaking about Robert Owen's power scoring, but it's been his fine finishing
60.
so far.
Matt, you
Dennant
require 47.
doing the damage with a couple of maximums. And this is for an 11 dart leg. 140, 134, 180.
Game
And
shot
then
on the
47 out
Matt Dennant.
for a 12 darter. A fantastic leg of darts from Dennant, who moves one ahead and one away from a first ever victory over Owen.
6th leg, it's Robert to throw first. Game on.
Owen must hold and then break to deny Dennant that honour.
180.
That helps. And he's keeping up that record of a 180 every 3 legs.
100.
2 in 6 legs in this match. Playing to form.
100. 100. 77.
A good response there from Robert Owen, finding a treble to leave a finish after a dart bounced out of the board. Wouldn't have had to find a treble if that stayed in.
96. Robert, you require 144.
But nevertheless, he has 6 darts to do this.
78.
Again, a very efficient switch.
97. Robert, you require 66.
16 for tops.
26. Matt, you require 108.
For the match. The treble. The double 16.
Game, shot,
and Matt
and the
Dennant
match. Matt Dennant
defeats Robert Owen for the first time in his career. It has taken 8 attempts, but finally Dennant does the business against Stack Attack. He wins 4-2, averages 96. He hit a couple of 180s, the same as Robert Owen, who hit 2 out of 3 double attempts, but that 108 checkout saw Dennant get over the line and record his first ever win over Robert Owen. Wins then for Dennant and for Dan Reed, who will play each other in a couple of games' time. But before that, Nick Kenny makes his first appearance of the night. He takes on James Richardson. Stay tuned for that. Welcome back. The action continues here at the Live League. It is Champions Week and we are into Group B, and it's the first outing of the evening for Nick Kenny of Wales, who faces James Richardson. Richardson lost his opening match, went down 4-1 to Dan Reed, and now will feel the need to start picking up points. Nick Kenny, 29 years of age, a Welshman. Richardson allowed a few more practice starts. He thinks he's ready.
First leg, it's Nick to throw first. Game on.
Only managed to win one leg in that opener against Dan Reed. After that, Matt Dennant defeated Robert Owen for what was the first time in his career, a 4-2 success.
60.
For Dennant in that one. Can Richardson kill Kenny?
85.
In the third of our 10 matches tonight. Reed and Dennant facing off after this.
135. 81. 58. 57.
There's actually no record of any previous meeting between this pair.
100.
Does have a rather unorthodox throw, Nick Kenny. Was on the PDC tour for the last couple of years.
180. Nick, you require 148.
As Richardson rams in the first maximum of the match.
60. James, you require 98.
Double 12.
Game shot on the first leg. James Richardson.
That'll do very nicely for an early breaker throw for James Richardson. 98 out for a 15 darter.
Second leg, it's James to throw first. Game on.
Which is exactly what he needed. Yeah, Kenny, a very promising player in his WDF/BDO days. Won the annual ranking in 2019. The world #1 at the end of that season.
100.
A winner of several ranking events as well, including the French Open, the Belgium Open.
180.
It's Richardson here who's ramping it up with a brace of ton 80s in the opening couple of legs.
140. 45.
He kind of prods the dart out to his right and then brings it into the centre before
57.
the actual throwing action takes place. Also a winner of 2 PDC Development Tour titles way back in 2014, but didn't have
60.
such a good time on the Pro Tour during his couple of years on it.
140. James, you require 116. 60. Nick requires 64.
To break back. Will just be the one dart. A double 16.
32.
And Kenny can't
James
find
requires
it.
56.
2 20s for the Russian man.
Game shot on the second leg.
Diamond dart
James
so far
Richardson.
from James Richardson, who doubles his lead in this match. A couple of nice combination finishes 98 and 56.
Third leg, it's Nick throwing first. $60. 125.
Just the kind of bounce back ability that Richardson needed to show after that 4-1 defeat at the hands of Dan Reed in his opener. Reed in action next against Matt Dennant, who also
92.
got an opening victory 4-2 against Robert Owen. Remember, 3 players from this group will progress, so it's not the be-all and end-all to lose a game here and there. 3 from 5 progressing
41.
to finals night on Saturday, where the big money can be won, £6,000 on offer.
180.
The first of the evening for Kenny.
55. 57. 100. Nick, you require 112.
Double 16.
Game shot on the third leg. Nick Kenny.
Well, that's a great way to get into the match. 112 checkout for a 15 darter in a leg which included a maximum.
Fourth leg, it's James to throw first.
And Nick Kenny halves the lead of Richardson.
131. 140. 40. 100. 140. 60. 140.
Good response, so.
96. James, you require 50.
Ruthless looking to move too clear again. And that's exactly what he does. Hasn't missed a dart at double so far in this match, James Richardson. He leads 3-1 and needs just one more leg to pick up his first points of the night.
Fifth leg, it's Nick to throw first.
3 attempts at doubles, 3 hits. Really is ruthless from the man so called.
55. 100. 100. 140. 140.
'Closing in here, James Richardson.
140.
Back-to-back ton 40s to leave a potential match-winning checkout.
42. James, you require 121.
And the bull to win.
96.
Well, it's the first
Nick,
dart
you
he's missed.
require 164.
That's a double. But he will get 2 more, barring an absolute disaster.
124. James, you require 25.
17 for double 4.
$17. Nick, you require 40.
Hit 3 from 3, but has now missed 3 for the match. And Kenny has 3 to save his
on
skin.
the 5th leg.
And
Nick
hits
Kenny.
the double top with a second dart, and it's game on here. Nick Kenny claws it back to 3-2, but Richardson has the darts in the 6th leg.
6th leg, it's James to throw first. $140.
Not too much wrong with his play, but those 3 darts missed for the match may yet come back to haunt him.
97. $140.
Dan Reed and Matt Dennant coming next, then Kenny faces Owen before Richardson takes on Dennant.
94.
We will be with you until around 1 AM as we move into Good Friday, and what a Good Friday it will be.
100.
With a double dose of darts from the live league, 9:30 AM for Group C on the Online Darts YouTube channel, and back here on Sporty Stuff TV tomorrow night for the conclusion of this group.
100. James, you require 121.
Well, he had 1-2-1 for the match in the previous leg. Doesn't have to go the bull route this time. There'll be no bull hitting
89.
from Richardson. Plays it smart, plays it safe, and we'll come back with 3 at double 16 to wrap up
140.
his first
James, you
win
require 32.
of the night.
No score.
But it's 3 missed at that, and now
Nick
6
requires 70.
in total for the match. Oh dear. Can Kenny nick the leg?
34.
Not quite.
James, you require 32.
Surely now Richardson will get the job
Game,
done.
shot, and
He
the
does.
match. James
He
Richardson.
completes a deserved 4-2 victory over Wales as Nick Kenny. Richardson missed 6 match darts before finally getting over the line, having not missed any darts at double before he threw for the match. An average of 95 despite those misses, a 98 high checkout, a couple of 180s, and most importantly, 2 points in the bag. Nick Kenny without any after his first match. The same applies to Robert Owen. They will play each other in a couple of games' time. But before that, Dan Reed and Matt Dennant, who have both won their opening games, will go head-to-head, and that is coming right up. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Game 4 of the evening about to get underway, and it is between two winners from their opening encounters tonight. Dan Reed faces Matt Dennant. Well, there is Dennant, who defeated Robert Owen 4-2, a first ever victory over Owen, going up against Reed, 26 years of age, from Thatcham. Former challenge to a semi-finalist, got a victory against James Richardson 4-1 in his opener. Richardson has since beaten Nick Kenny 4-2.
First leg, it's Dan to throw first. Game on.
This is the fourth game of 10 brought to you tonight. This pair did meet at Q School
28.
earlier this year. It's their only previous meeting, and Dan Reed won the match
100.
6-0. The scholar schooled at school by Dan Reed.
59. 77.
But Dennant had just got a first ever win against Robert Owen. That in 8 attempts. Can he make it just 2 attempts?
180.
To get the better of Reed, who's now fired in.
140.
His first maximum of the match, his second of the night.
140. 96. Dan, you require 94.
Great dart, double top.
54.
Unlucky
Matt,
there,
you require 88.
but it gives Dennant the opportunity. Oh, that is a bit of a mess, but he could put it right. And he has put it right.
Leg.
A
Matt
rescue
Dennant.
act from Matt Dennant after misfiring with the first start. He finds treble 17 and double 16 to complete the combo and break the throw.
Second leg, it's Matt to throw first. Game on. $60. 180.
Not a bad start in response. A second
93.
maximum in as many legs for Reed, who finds a fourth perfect dart.
100.
Here comes Dennant though.
140. 140. 100. Dan, you require 81. 56. Matt, you require 108.
A missed ball. And Dennant looking at double 16 again.
76. Dan, you require 25.
So to break back. Double 10. Double 5.
Game shot on the second
Found.
leg. Dan Reed.
By Dan Reed, who levels up this match at 1 leg apiece.
Third leg, it's Dan to throw first. Game on.
Whoever wins the match will be sitting pretty at the top of the table with 2 wins from 2.
140.
Robert Owen yet to get off the mark, as is Nick Kenny, and they go head to head next before James Richardson faces Dennant, and then Reed returns
139.
to meet Owen.
55. 58. 83. 100. 140. 180. Dan, you require
Pressure pilot
83.
from Matt Dennant. That is first maximum of the match, and it's only a dart at the bullseye for Reed.
58. Matt, you require 24.
So for a third straight break, double six.
12.
Well, he did the hard work with a setup shot. A brilliant 180. But it's at 25 again.
Game shot on the third leg. Dan Reed.
And he takes that out twice in different ways to lead the match 2-1. Dan Reed in charge of this one. Dennant, though, has the darts in leg 4.
Fourth leg, it's Matt to throw first. Game on.
Back to back, 25 checkouts.
59. 140. 180. 180.
An excellent exchange of perfection. 180, 180.
134.
And almost as good as. A 2 treble turn for Dennant, leaving him on 128.
60.
So he'll look
Matt,
back at that treble 18
128.
segment. That single leaves 110, so 60. And the bull.
103.
Clipped
Dan,
the
you
ring.
require 121. 97. Matt, you require 25.
25 has been the number.
21.
Reed has
Dan,
taken
you
it out
require 24.
in the last couple of legs. Dennant fails to do so. And now Reed looking at double six.
18.
But he can't find that.
Matt, you require 4.
So double 2 and double 1.
No score.
Oh, big opportunity
Dan, you
here.
require
Matt's
6.
miss. Allows Reed the opportunity. Can he find a way into that double?
3.
There's the answer. No, he can't.
Matt, you require 4.
Sometimes the bad legs are the important ones. Now that's a guide,
No score.
but it hasn't helped.
Dan, you require 3.
Should be able to find a way past that,
Game
and
shot on
does.
the fourth leg.
And Dan Reed is 2 legs up. He leads 3-1, and he's throwing now for a second victory of the night. Sometimes winning the scrappy legs
Fifth leg, it's Dan to throw first.
is the important thing to do. Dennant frustrated with himself.
140.
Still can't get over that previous leg. Has missed 13 darts at double in the match. Will feel that he should be at least in
100.
contention. But Reed is looking to make it a couple of 4-1 victories.
100. 57. 57. 100. 100. 100. Dan, you require 104.
For the win. Double top.
64. Matt, you require 144.
Something special required, and it's not going to happen.
60.
So Dan Reed.
Dan, you require 40.
Looking at tops to make it 2 wins from 2.
Game, shots, and the match.
And that's what
Dan
Dan
Reed.
does. Reed leads the way in Group B. A 4-1 success. He's second by that margin of the night. But it all came down to that scrappy fourth leg of the match, where Dennant missed loads of darts at doubles. 13 in total for the pair of them. But Reed won it, and that saw him pull away and go on to seal a 4-1 victory. 2 wins from 2 for Reed. Robert Owen and Nick Kenny yet to get off the mark, and they face off next. Welcome back to the action here at the Online Darts Live League, where it is Champions Week, and we have an all-Welsh encounter ahead now between Nick Kenny and Robert Owen. Kenny went down 4-2 to James Richardson in his opening match of the night. Richardson has played 2-1-1. Owen went down by the same 4-2 scoreline to Matt Dennant, who's just been beaten 4-1 by Dan Reed, leaving Reed top of the table with 2 wins from 2. This pair's second outing of the evening.
First leg, it's Robert to throw first. Game on. $100. $55. $60. $59. $78. $65. $59. $60. $60.
Well, a laboured leg to start, but Owen has found his way down to a finish.
$53. Robert, you require 144. $52. $97. Robert, you require 92.
Great dart, double 16. Not so good a dart.
Game shot on
Good
the first
dart.
leg. Robert Owen.
Owen eventually gets the first leg in the ledger. A 92 checkout for Stack Attack. Hard to describe that one as a marker, but he found a
Second
way.
leg, it's Nick throwing first. $82. $180. $60.
Great start.
$54.
For Robert Owen, who has been piling in the maximums this week.
$93. $140. $86. Robert, you require 127.
And it's a much more convincing leg of darts, this one for Owen, who wants the ball.
102.
Didn't have to go for it.
$60.
No record of a
Robert,
previous meeting between
25.
this pair, but I'm sure they've met in tournaments in Wales before that just aren't recorded on the databases.
On the second leg, Robert Owen.
But in a first significant meeting, Robert Owen is running riot so far. He leads Nick Kenny by 2-0.
Third leg, it's Robert to throw first. Game on. $140. $140. $60. $100. $60. $60. $140.
Owen racing away.
$85. Robert, you require 101.
And looking for 3-0. Treble 14.
93.
Well,
Nick,
you get the
require
feeling
116.
that Nick Kenny is going to have to take this. And he might. On double 18.
Game shot.
In it goes for Nick Kenny.
Nick Kenny.
Well, he had to hit, and he did hit. That could be a huge moment in this match.
Fourth leg, it's Nick to throw first. Game on. $140. $100. $137. $60. $60. $140. Nick, you require 164.
And now Kenny, well placed.
60.
To tie up the match at 2-2.
$42. Nick, you require 104. $88. $39. Nick requires 16.
Double 8. Stepping to the side.
Game
And
shot on
finds
the
a
fourth
way
leg.
in.
Nick Kenny.
And levels the match. Nick Kenny squares up the tie here. This old Welsh affair is now 2 apiece and becomes a race to 2 legs.
Fifth leg, it's Robert to throw first. Game on.
Owen has the darts.
$54. $100. $100. $91. $140. $97. $86.
Down to 1-2-1 Owen. After a dozen.
100.
Certainly hasn't been the highest standard
Robbie
affair of the
require
evening.
121.
Every winner is averaging the 90s so far, but these two languishing in the 80s
57.
at this point.
Nick require 113.
Treble 19. Great dart. Double 18.
Game shot on the fifth
And
leg.
Nick Kenny has overturned a 2-leg deficit here to lead this match 3-2, and he will now throw for the win.
Sixth leg, it's Nick to throw first. Game on. $60. $60. $180.
He may be closing in on that win. A first 180 of the match now for Nick Kenny.
100. $140. $60. Nick require 121. $89.
And after 12 darts, he leaves a double.
100. Nick required 32.
As he looks to pick up his first victory
Game, shot, and the
of
match.
the evening,
Nick
and he
Kenny.
does that at the expense of his fellow Welshman Robert Owen, who is yet to record a win so far tonight. An average of 88.5 for Nick Kenny. His finishing got him over the line 4 out of 6, including a crucial 116 checkout, and Nick Kenny wins by 2 legs and picks up 2 points. Coming up next, it is a meeting between James Richardson and Matt Dennant. That is around 3 minutes away. Stay tuned. So 5 games down, 5 to go here on this Thursday evening session at Champions Week at the Live League. And next up it is James Richardson against Matt Dennant. It is their 8th meeting at the Live League. Richardson has won 4, Dennant winning 3. And both winning 1 so far this evening, along with Nick Kenny. Dan Reed has won 2 from 2. Robert Owen yet to get off the mark and faces Reed in the next match. Remember, the top 3 in this group will progress
First leg, it's James to throw
to
first.
finals night.
Game on. $60. 96. 59. 58. 140. 82. 100.
Away from the Live League, the pair have met 4 times. Richardson actually winning all of those meetings,
142,
including one last year on the Challenge Tour. He went down 4-1 to Reed in his first match of the evening, when Dennant beat Robert Owen for the first time ever.
46. James requires 62.
Richardson looking for 62. Now looking for 32.
54. Matt, you require 121.
11. And the bull.
96. James, you require 8. Game shot on the first leg. James Richardson.
Richardson gets the opening leg, holds his throw, and takes a first step towards a second victory of the night. He leads Matt Dennant 1-0.
Matt to throw first. Game on.
Like Richardson, Dennant went down 4-1 to Dan Reed.
96. 85.
Richardson got the better of Nick Kenny 4-2.
180. 60. 96. 140. Matt,
his first win in the previous match against Robert Owen.
89.
Just sets up the shot, Dennant. Will come back with 3 in hand, looking at tops to level after 2.
60. Matt, you require 40. Game shot on the second leg.
And he
Matt
finds
Dennant.
tops, and we are all square in this one. Richardson has the darts in the third leg, 1-1.
Third leg, it's James to throw first. Game on. $140. 125. 174.
Excellent visit from James Richardson. A big 3 treble turn, backing up the 140 opener.
60.
Good standard this, both players averaging in the mid-90s.
100. 100. James, you require 87.
Yeah, didn't need to go 20
47.
bull. With Dennant way back in the 200. Sensible stuff from Richardson to leave tops after 12.
140. James, you require 40. Game shot on the third leg.
In it goes.
James Richardson.
And back in front he goes. James Richardson now leads the match 2-1. And is halfway to a second victory of the night.
Fourth leg, it's Matt to throw first. Game on. $140. 100. 93.
Following this, the so far unbeaten Reed meets Robert Owen, who is yet to win a match, and then Dennant returns for his final outing of the evening
140.
to meet Nick Kenny before Richardson plays his last match of the night against Owen, and then around 20-1
101.
it'll be Kenny against Reed in the final game of the session.
81. Matt, you require 167.
Bullseye, if he fancies it. He doesn't
135.
really see the point of the switch to the treble 19 if you're not going to go for the bull, but each to their own.
60. Matt, you require 32.
This helped him leave 32,
Game shot on
which
the
he
fourth
hits
leg. Matt Dennant.
to tie up the match. Just seems a very textbook, straightforward, hold kind of game. And that makes it 2-2.
Fifth leg, it's James to throw first. Game on.
And Dennant is actually averaging more than 100 at this point.
140.
After that 13 dart holder throw.
59. 134. 57. 57. 180. James
Actually, the first 180 of this game. Sorry, the second. Dennant did have one earlier, but
95.
couldn't leave him a finish. So Richardson still on course
100.
to keep the advantage
James
in this match.
requires 75.
Treble 17 for double 12. 18 now for tops.
55.
An
Matt,
opportunity
you require 105.
for a first break. Double 16 for Matt Dennant.
Game
It's been
shot
on the end of his
fifth leg.
arm all
Matt
match, and he
Dennant.
finds it again, and he does get that first break of throw. A 105 check out for the Scholar, who now leads and will throw for the win.
Sixth leg, it's Matt to throw first. Game on. 57. 100. 93. 60. 59. 100. 55. 140.
Richardson rallies.
55. James, you require 101.
Double 12.
Game shot on the 6th leg.
We are level.
James Richardson.
Richardson with that finish forces a deciding leg in which he will have the throw. 3-3. All on this.
7th and final leg. It's James to throw first.
15
Game
darts to break there, James Richardson. A fabulous 101 finish in response to the 105 from his opponent in the previous leg.
41.
But only 41 to start.
95. 81. 140. 140.
Well, even the 140 there doesn't get Richardson in the clear here.
99.
Dennant down to a finish first.
59. Matt, you require 167.
And he has 2 turns.
95.
All Richardson is thinking is 140. Better off 160 than 180, James.
140.
Does get
Matt,
the
you
140.
require 72.
Applies the pressure. It will be one match dart for Matt Dennant.
Game,
And
shots,
that is all he
and the
needs.
match.
A 4-3 win
Dennant.
for the Scholar, who wins in a last leg decider, breaking the throw to do so. A 96 average, 2 180s, and it was his finishing that made all the difference. A 105, check out the highlight, and 4 out of 5 on the doubles. Dennant does the business, and coming next, Robert Owen, who hasn't picked up a win so far tonight, faces Dan Reed, who hasn't lost a match so far tonight. That will be coming up in 3 minutes' time. action continues here at the Live League. 4 matches still to come, and the first a meeting between a player who has won all of his matches so far and one who hasn't won any, as Dan Reed takes on Robert Owen. Reed, 2 from 2. Victories against James Richardson and Matt Dennant, both of them by 4-1 scorelines. And Robert Owen has lost out to both Nick Kenny and Matt Dennant, both of those 4-2 scorelines. Dennant's victory over James Richardson in the previous match has put him on 4 points as well. Joint top of the table, but Reed can pull clear.
First leg, it's Dan to throw first. Game on.
If he can carry on his winning run here.
$100. $85. $180.
That will certainly help. The pair did meet on the Challenge Tour a couple of years ago. Reed beat Owen 5-1 then.
100.
And he's also beaten him twice this week. Both meetings have been won 4-1 by Dan Reed, so every single meeting
60.
this pair have ever had has been won by Reed, and Owen has only ever got one leg in any of those games.
$100. Dan, you require 161.
The omens look good for Dan the man. Could go for the ball with his last start.
90. $140.
Well, not the pressure piling maximum, but it does get him back within firing range. Though Reed leaves his favourite double. Finds double 5 in the top corner to take the opening leg. A 71 check out to do so. Reed in the lead. 1 to the good against Robert Owen.
Second leg, it's Robert to throw first. Game on.
Yet to win a match this evening, and for many people was the player to watch coming into the night. Was hitting 180s
83
in Group A like they were going out of fashion. 19 in his 10 matches.
135. $140. $140. $96. $100. $130. Dan, you require 126.
4 19s and the bull. There's 1. But he can't get more than 2.
54. Robert, you require 52.
12 and double top. For parity in the early exchanges.
Robert Owen.
Owen's all square. He's now done as well as he's ever done against Dan Reed in winning a leg.
Third leg, it's Dan to throw first. $134.
Strong start to the match. That was a 14 darter to follow a 15 darter from Reed in leg 1. Just 3 games left
96.
tonight after this one. Dennant v Kenny, then Owen against Richardson before Reed takes on Nick Kenny.
125. 40. 96. 100. Dan, you require 146. 90. 95. Dan, you require 56.
Leaves a finish just in case. Just in case Reed can't hit tops. Just in case Reed can't hit double 10.
Game shot on the
But he
third
does.
leg. Dan Reed.
And Dan Reed is back in front in this one. A 2-1 advantage now for Reed, averaging 102 in this match.
Fourth leg, it's Robert to throw first. Game on.
And Robert Owen, having never beaten him, never won more than a leg against him, has work to do.
180.
And he's getting to work, firing in a maximum with his opening visit in leg 4.
92.
And now he's thrown 4 perfect darts. Make it 5. Oh, yes, Robert Owen. Well, he missed double 12 for a 9-darter earlier in the week. It would have earned him £1,000. Can he
45.
bring the hammer down
Robert, you require
on a perfect leg
141.
this time? It's Owen. It's gone. The opportunity
121.
with the big one. May well be a 10-darter.
100. Robert, you require 20.
On double 10.
Game shot on the fourth
11
leg.
will do.
Robert Owen.
Not the magic money leg for Robert Owen, who went back-to-back 180s.
Fifth leg, it's Dan to throw
In
first.
the end,
Game on.
going out in 11.
$140.
Tying up the match at 2-2. So it's an improvement on any previous meeting against this man.
70. 140. 140. 57. 90. Dan, you require 164.
Well, that suggests he was going to go for it.
84.
Leaves 80. Robert Owen here can try and apply some pressure. Would expect a 140 from that light. Would definitely expect a ton from that.
60.
Will be very
Dan, you
disappointed
require 80.
not to have earned more. Owen averaging 104 in this match.
60. Robert, you require 141.
Well, last time he missed a 9-dart, he took out 141 later in the match. Not going to do it this time.
41. Dan, you require 20.
So double 10 for a 3-2 lead.
Game shot on the fifth leg.
And
Dan
Reed hits
Reed.
it. And Reed does lead 3-2. And now he's one away from what would be a 4th straight win against Robert Owen.
6th leg, it's Robert to throw first. Game on.
Owen throwing first in leg 6. Still has James Richardson to face tonight, but he's facing the
85.
prospect of a pointless evening at the Live League. And he will have all the work to do tomorrow.
44.
In getting to this Champions Week, however, Robert Owen did lose every single match on the Thursday
81.
night of his Group B, and then won every single match on the Friday night, qualified for finals night.
100.
And then went on to reach the final and was runner-up to Mike Warburton. That's how he made it through. So all is not lost, even if all is
60.
lost this evening.
$100. 59. 100. 44. Dan, you require 157. 137. 100. Dan, you require 20.
For the win.
Game,
And
shot,
Dan Reed
and the match.
finds
Dan
his
Reed.
favourite double and gets a familiar feeling against Robert Owen. 4 times they've played and 4 times Reed has won. He wins 4-2 tonight on Champions Week. A 96.5 average in the end. 4 out of 7 on the doubles, defying a couple of maximums from Robert Owen. Both of them came in the same leg. He was on a potential 9 darter just as he was earlier in the week, but he didn't go any further than that, and he's got a lot of work to do if he is going to breach the top 3 and make it through to finals night after 3 defeats from 3 matches. Coming next, it's Matt Dennant against Nick Kenny. Welcome back. 3 matches left to play tonight. Robert Owen facing James Richardson in the penultimate match of the evening before Dan Reed, who has won all 3 of his games, faces Nick Kenny. But first, Kenny plays his 3rd match of the evening against Matt Dennant. Dennant in action for the final time tonight. Has won 2 of his previous 3 matches, victories over James Richardson and Robert Owen. But a defeat to Dan Reed, who tops the table on 6 points. Nick Kenny beat Robert Owen, but lost to James Richardson. Both of those matches 4-2.
First leg, it's Matt to throw first. Game on.
Referee Charlie Corstefin gets the action underway. Dennant looking to complete what would be a decent night's work. 3 wins
58.
from 4. Kenny still hoping to ensure that return for himself. Remember, has 2 games still to play. Reminder
59.
that the action in Group C continues tomorrow from 9:30.
93.
Andy Hamilton facing Lee Evans. You can watch it live at the Online Darts
100.
YouTube channel. Mike Warburton, Josh Payne, Richard North and Paul Hogan, the other players in that group. Warburton and Payne
180.
in the top 2 spots at the moment. The qualification places, having both won 4 from their 5 games earlier on Thursday.
99. $95. 79. Matt, you require 137.
Matt Dennant
99.
and Nick Kenny have
Nick,
never
you
met in the
require
live league before
164.
tonight, but had played twice in PDC darts, once some 7 years ago on the development tour
94.
and once just 2 years ago on
Matt,
the pro
you
tour.
require 38.
Both matches went the way of Nick Kenny. Dennant has been delightful on that
22.
double, but not on this occasion.
Nick, you require
And
70.
this leg could well go the way of Nick Kenny. Goes for treble 14.
34. Matt, you require 60.
34 to leave 36.
Game
But
shot on the
Dennant pegs
first leg. Matt
double 8
Dennant.
and gets the first leg on the board. Dennant taking the lead. But Nick Kenny has the darts in the second leg.
Second leg, it's Nick to throw first. $60. 84. 100. 39. 140. 140.
Well, some deflection, but they'll just be happy that the dart stayed in the board and scored some points there.
100.
So the chance here for Dennant if he can find a 140 minimum, or at least a 2 treble turn, but not that treble.
48. Nick, you require 101.
I said to the chance, I'm going to call it now. No chance, because Kenny is going to take this out on double 16.
Game shot the second
and that's
leg.
exactly what he
Nick
does.
Kenny.
A 101 finish from Nick Kenny to square up this match at 1 apiece. Both of the opening legs going with the throw.
Third leg, it's Matt to throw first. Game on. $180.
An excellent response from Dennant. Piling in.
85.
The first 180 of this match.
140.
And backing it up as well with a 2 treble turn.
100. 132. 97. Matt, you require 49.
Double 16 for Dennant.
Game
And he
shot
finds
the third leg. Matt Dennant.
He's been so good on that target. He is so good on that target, and it's a target that puts him back in front. 2-1
Fourth leg, it's Nick to throw first.
to Matt
Game
Dennant
on.
in what is his final match of the night.
$100. 60. 100. 140. 140.
Fiercely fought contest, this one.
134. Nick, you require 161.
Both players on supersized checkouts. Kenny still has a chance, but no longer.
97. Matt, you require 167.
Oh yes, treble 19. Oh yes, the bullseye.
142. Nick, you require 64.
What a shot that would have been. But it's 2 darts at double 8.
Game shot on the fourth leg.
Kenny only needs
Nick
1,
Kenny.
and he squares up this match at 2 legs apiece. 2 out of 3 on the doubles for Kenny
Fifth
in
leg,
this
it's
game,
Matt to throw first. Game on.
including combination finishes of 64 and 101.
59.
If you win 3 matches on the first night, you will feel that it would take an absolute disaster not to qualify. You're probably looking at losing all of your matches the following night for that to have any real chance of happening.
180.
And if Dennant wins this, it will be 3 from 4. If Kenny wins, he could still make it 3 from 4 himself.
100. 95. 140. Matt, you require 167.
You won't get a go at it this time.
96. Nick, you require 161.
Kenny didn't get a dart at the ball for the 161 last time, and he won't again. So Dennant on 71.
125. Matt, you
To edge
require
one ahead.
71.
And one away from the win. 18 for tops. Doesn't spend too much time up here.
51.
And he can't find
Nick
it.
required
So an opportunity
36.
for Nick Kenny to turn this tie in his favour. Double 18 to do so. Is that a guide? Double 9.
Game shot on the 5th leg.
And Nick nails it.
Kenny.
And Nick Kenny breaks a throw at a crucial moment in the match. He leads 3-2 and he will now throw for the win.
6th leg, it's Nick to throw first. Game on.
And it would be a defeat for Dennant that would leave him a little more to ponder overnight, winning just half of his matches, knowing it could go either way tomorrow.
100. $140. 100. 100. 100.
Not over yet. Certainly not now.
140.
Defiant darts from Dennant to leave 1-2-1 after 9.
$60.
Kenny
Matt,
can't
you
find a
require
treble.
121.
So only leaves a big 1-4-1 check out, which requires 2 trebles.
81. Nick, you require 141.
And he's not going to take it out. So having broken, the hard work may be about
64.
to be undone as
Matt, you
Dennant
require 40.
takes aim at tops.
No score.
But he can't find it.
Nick,
And
you
that
require
could
77.
be that for Matt. 2 darts for the win. Oh, he doesn't like it. Stepping back, resetting. Re-aiming,
67.
but not hitting.
Matt, you require 40.
2 match darts missed by Nick Kenny. 3 missed
Game
to
shot
stay
on
in
the
it.
6th leg.
But
Matt
Dennant
Dennant.
does force a decider in which he will have the throw. And this could make an awful lot of difference in this group. 1 leg to decide
7th and final leg. It's Matt to throw first. Game on.
whether Dennant will make it 3 wins from 4, or whether Kenny will make it 2 from 3 ahead of his final match against Dan Reed, who's won all of his games tonight.
42. $100. 96. 135. 125. 96.
Kenny could win it in sensational style.
140. Nick, you require 170.
He's not going to, but 98 is a tricky old finish. Can Dennant deliver?
60. Matt, you require 98.
Well, decided to stay there. He liked the lie.
58.
In the end,
Nick require 110.
he tees up tops. Nick Kenny's already missed 2 darts to win this match. He has 90 points left. And may not
40.
get any more match darts.
Matt, you require 40.
Great guide. Surely. Double 10. And
20.
now Dennant has missed match darts, 3 of them. And Kenny
Nick
will
requires
return
70.
and should get at least 1 more. It will just be the 1.
$52.
But it's a 3rd squandered.
Matt, you require 20.
Dart for the win.
Game, shot,
And Matt
the
Dennant
match. Matt
applies
Dennant.
the finishing touch. He wins the match 4-3 after Kenny had missed 3 darts in a couple of legs to win the game himself. Dennant makes it 3 wins from 4 for the evening. Probably deserved it. You can see there how many more darts he had at double. Gave himself 17 throws to win legs in that match, and he wins 4 of them to make it a good night's work. 3 wins from 4. Nick Kenny can win half of his matches, but he will have to beat the so far unbeaten Dan Reed if he is to do so. Before that, though, James Richardson is looking to get another victory. He faces Robert Owen, who is winless so far. Do stay with us for the final 2 games of the night. come back. Just 2 games left to go. Dan Reed unbeaten in Group B so far. 3 wins from 3 for him. 3 from 4 for Matt Dennant, who's just beaten Nick Kenny. The best he can hope for is 2 from 4. That's the same for James Richardson, who's going up against the so far winless Robert Owen. This is the penultimate match of the night, and Owen looking to repair what has been a rubbish evening for him so far. But if he does get the win, then he is firmly in contention in the race for a top 3 spot. If Richardson and Kenny were to win the last 2 matches,
First leg, it's Robert to
Owen
throw first. Game on.
Would be faced with an absolute mountain to climb tomorrow.
$140.
Will be a pacey affair, this one. These
58.
two do get on with it. We've met 12 times.
58.
In the past. 7 wins for Robert Owen, 5 for James Richardson. Most of Owen's coming at the Live League. In fact, all but
100.
1 coming at the Live League. But Richardson did win their most recent meeting on Wednesday 4-2.
54. 99. 180.
That has been a key feature.
140. Robert, you require 69.
Of his game this week, the 180s for Robert Owen. Double top.
49.
Which is always a key feature
James,
of his
you
game.
require 104.
But he couldn't find it on that occasion, and Richardson has the opportunity to break. Double 16 to do so.
88.
Not far away, but far enough
Robert,
for
you
Owen to
require
come
20.
back and throw at double 10.
Game shot on the first
Which he
leg.
hits
Robert Owen.
to hit the front in this match. Owen holds throw and leads by a leg to 0.
Second leg, it's James to throw first. $100. 100. 140. 100. 79. 44.
Not happy with himself, Robert Owen.
96. 140. James, you require 86.
We'll be happier now.
Game
But not
shot
now.
on the second leg. James Richardson.
Richardson cleans up the 86 combo in 2 darts. 54-32. Thank you very much. 1-1.
Third leg, it's Robert to throw first. Game on. $140.
Only a couple of legs in, but Richardson, after that 14 dart hold, is averaging 102 in the contest.
60. 100. 140.
Would be a decent night's work for him if he were to win this match. James Richardson went down 4-1 to Dan Reed in his opener, then beat Nick Kenny 4-2 before losing a last leg decider
100.
to Matt Dennant. But a 50% strike rate would leave him firmly in the mix.
55. Robert, you require 161.
Defeat would open it up for Owen tomorrow.
97.
If he loses this match, Robert Owen, he really knows that he's going to have to win every single game tomorrow night, just as he did
60.
on the week that he qualified
Robert,
for finals
you require
night
64.
in Group B. 8 for tops.
24.
Nothing Richardson can do here apart from hits and hope.
83. Robert, you require 40.
He hardly hits.
Game shot on
And
the
his
third
hopes
leg.
are over
Robert Owen.
for that leg at least, as Owen gets back in front. He leads 2-1. Richardson has the darts though in leg 4.
Fourth leg, it's James to throw first. Game on.
Reminder, the action resumes in this group at 10 PM on
45.
Friday evening, live on Sporty Stuff TV. One more match to come tonight, Nick Kenny against Dan Reed. All the fixtures will then be replayed in the reverse order on Friday night.
140.
But we do have a daytime session as well, the conclusion of Group C, which is currently led by Josh Payne
81.
and Mike Warburton. And the top two go through. They both won 4 of their 5 matches on Thursday.
100.
And that group will be complete on Friday, 9:30 AM live on the Online Darts YouTube channel.
60. 60. 85. 60.
Oh, this is well timed.
180. Robert,
Perfectly
require
timed
141.
by James Richardson, who hits a maximum to leave 50.
64. James, you require 50. Game shot on the fourth leg.
Which he takes
James
out
Richardson.
in a couple of darts to tie up the match at 2 legs apiece, all on throw so far. And that will suit Robert Owen, but Richardson is going to run him close.
Fifth leg, it's Robert to throw first. Game on.
At the very least.
100. 100. 140. 40. 100.
Doesn't like that one.
43. Robert, you require 161. 93.
Owen on the brink of moving within a leg. Hasn't been in that position
60.
all evening.
Robert, you require 68.
3-4-2 defeats for Robert Owen. But double top
48.
would have got him to 3. Double 10 will when he comes back, if he can find it. Are we going to see some more sublime timing from James Richardson?
140.
The 140 puts
Robert,
the
you
pressure
require
on.
20.
Can Owen stand the heat?
Game shot on the fifth
He
leg.
can.
Robert
And for the
Owen.
first time tonight, he wins 3 legs in a match and is just one away from avoiding a pointless night at the Live League.
Sixth leg, it's James to throw first. Game on.
So Richardson's darts in leg 6.
140.
The 2 treble visit telling Robert Owen that you're going to have to do
60.
this the hard way.
$58. 100. 171.
Beautiful stuff from James Richardson. A picture perfect visit. 3 treble 19, scoring 171 to leave 132.
James, you require 132.
Now just trying to leave
100.
double 16, which he does. You rarely see a more dominant leg of darts than this.
112. James, you require 32. Game shot on the sixth leg.
Richardson
James Richardson
seems to have found the zone, seems to have found a purple patch, and that's bad news for Robert Owen, who hasn't won a match yet tonight, but he does have the darts in the deciding leg.
Seventh and final leg. It's Robert to throw first. Game on.
This could be massive, could be absolutely enormous for Robert Owen and his chances of reaching finals night on this Champions Week. If he loses every match this evening, you feel he would have to win every match tomorrow
100.
night. But if he can just get this win, he keeps himself in contention. He'd actually be tied for third place with the man that he is hoping to beat here,
58.
and Nick Kenny, if Kenny goes down to Dan Reed as expected in the final match of the night. Reed looking to complete a clean sweep of wins.
81. 99. 180. 58.
Well, it's another
James, you require 140.
well-timed maximum that has effectively put James Richardson in control of this deciding leg.
55.
A little bit of a slip there.
Robert, you require 146.
But Owen might have to take this out. And he's not going to. Richardson should get at least one dart at the bullseye to win this match.
86. James, you require 85.
Treble 15 will get him 2 at tops. 20 for the bull. It's double 5.
75.
And it's over the top.
Robert, you require 60.
Gets his reprieve. Reprieved and relieved. Robert Owen finally gets a victory on the board, and that could make all the difference for Stack Attack come tomorrow. He sees off James Richardson in a last leg decider after Ruthless had missed a dart to win the match. Owen joins Richardson on 2 points, and Nick Kenny is also on 2 points as well. So very much in the picture. He could have been as good as out of it had he not found that double top to win that match. Kenny looking to move clear of the pair, but he will have to defeat Dan Reed, and nobody has managed that yet tonight. So the last match of the night here on Champions Week at the Live League, and Dan really has been the man so far. 3 from 3 for Dan Reed, who's looking to make it a clean sweep of victories when he takes on Nick Kenny. There you see Dan Reed sitting pretty at the top of the table, having won all 3 of his matches against Matt Dennant, James Richardson and Robert Owen. Owen, who just beat Richardson to ensure that he would end the night with points to his name. And if Reed can beat Kenny here, then it looks like a 3-way fight for the 3rd qualification spot between that bottom 3. But if Kenny can get the win...
First leg, it's Nick to throw first. Game on.
And he puts himself in the box seat in that race. All these fixtures will be played again tomorrow, 10 p.m, live on Sporty Stuff
46.
TV.
140.
The action in Group C, featuring the likes of former World Championship finalist Andy Hamilton, the professional
59.
amateur Paul Hogan, former PDC finalist Richard North, and
62.
two-time Pro Tour champion Josh Payne. Well, that resumes and concludes tomorrow, Friday morning, 9:30 a.m. live at the Online Darts YouTube channel. Do join us for another double helping
57.
of darting delights from the live league on this Champions Week. Remember, the winner of the week will pocket £6,000.
99. 134.
Adam Smith-Neal already at finals night, having won Group A earlier in the week.
180.
He was tied on point with this man, Dan Reed, who is showing just why. And a win here would all but put him through to finals night himself.
58. Daniel required 20.
Not bad on this cover.
Game shot on the first leg. Dan Reed.
Shows it there. Couldn't get the double 10, but the double 5 came to his aid. And Reed is 1 up with a breaker throw to
Second
boot.
leg, it's Dan to throw first. $100. 100. 180.
Already 2 180s
140.
from Dan Reed in this match.
100.
He wants perfection, doesn't he? Did you see the reaction from Dan Reed then? The grimace
26.
after only
Daniel
scoring
required
100.
121.
Like it was rubbish.
89. 99. Daniel required 32. Game shot on the second leg.
But it is
Dan Reed.
back-to-back 14 dart legs at the start of this match. When I say the start, Reed is halfway through it. He leads 2-0 as he looks to make it 4 wins
Third leg,
from
it's
4
Nick to throw first. Game on.
on the opening night of Group B.
$100. 55. 100. 100. 60. 100. 100. 140. Nick require 141.
So for 3-0, Dan Reed will have a look.
64. Daniel require 106.
So this 106.
$86. Nick requires 77.
And he almost took it out, but Kenny will get his first darts at double in this match. First dart at double in this match.
Game shot on the third leg. Nick Kenny.
And he plonks it in to cut the gap. Halve the lead of Reed to 2-1.
Fourth leg, it's Dan to throw first. $140.
'Always fascinated with the
60.
strange throws. I know everybody throws different, but Nick Kenny's is a real strange throw, isn't it? A strange technique.
177.
I always wonder, when did you decide to start throwing like that? I mean, it works for him.
140. 93. 100. Daniel require 91.
Treble 14. Oh, he's gone treble 18. Yeah, he does like double 10.
43.
My bad. Should have remembered that. He loves it down there.
100. Daniel require 48.
Tops.
Game shot on the fourth leg. Dan Reed.
Just tosses it in like he doesn't have a care in the world, Dan Reed. And he won't have if he wins one more leg, because he will be as good as through to finals night.
Fifth leg, it's Nick to throw first.
4 wins from 4. A perfect night in Group B.
60.
And only 60 offers encouragement from the off. He's already matched it.
140.
Kenny has only had one dart at double in this match.
44.
Already Reed has taken the darts.
58. 140. 95.
Was trying to leave the 170. Kenny's done well here to hit back with a 140, and he is going to be on a finish first.
140.
Dogged determination and darting defiance from Nick Kenny to give himself an opportunity.
140. Nick require 117.
Has to hit a treble 19. Hasn't. And Dan Reed can complete
57.
A
Daniel
perfect
requires 68.
evening's arrows on double 4 to
Game,
make it
shot,
4 from
and
4.
the match.
A
Dan
4-1
Reed.
win for Dan Reed over Nick Kenny. Sees Reed complete a clean sweep, and he has an average of 103.5 in winning that match, saving his best performance till the last performance. Reed, as good as through, really, would have to be a mathematical miracle tomorrow to stop him progressing. Here's how the table looks. Robert Owen, Nick Kenny and James Richardson seemingly in a three-way fight for the third qualification spot for finals night in this group. Matt Dennant in a good spot in second with 3 wins from 4, but Dan Reed has won all of his matches this evening to get 8 points on the board. This group resumes tomorrow and concludes tomorrow. The action returns at 10 p.m. on Sporty Stuff TV. Group C will play to a finish, the top 2 progressing from that from 9:30 a.m. at the Online Darts YouTube channel on Friday morning. But in Group B, it is Reed who has the lead.